Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. It is 11:11 on the dot, and we've got somebody who is strumming their lawn or whatever they're doing. It's like a hum, rather a loud hum. Let's pull him. I was going to say, let me put my teeth in. Let's pull a message. Let's see what's going on this Easter Sunday at 11:11. I was hoping for a nice, relaxed, chilled out reading. Nothing too strenuous, no major issue. Should we do a Celtic cross? Let's do a Celtic cross on this Easter Sunday. Okay. I've got the window closed, so the birdies are going to have to speak up if they want to talk. Okay, so we're going to have a look for a topic to talk about. Oh, should we talk about my hair? No, let's just leave the hair be. Look, it's that bit there. Okay. Oh. What should we talk about? The Emperor. Okay. What would you like to talk about regarding the Emperor? It's that sideward glance. It makes me feel uneasy. He's stressed. He's like, Okay. So, the Divine Masculine is stressed. He seems to be in that energy quite a lot, doesn't he? Alright, don't antagonise him. Okay, don't antagonise the Divine Masculine today. Okay then. What's the challenge, Divine Masculine? Look at my t-shirt. Sometimes you have to be a bit naughty. Naughty but nice. Okay, so it is, the issue is finding your balance. Incorporating your feminine energy with your masculine energy. It's temperance. Temperance is the blending. It's alchemy. It's when you're grounded, you are grounded. It's been quite stressful for the Divine Masculine to ground. I mean, we haven't been into spring for that long. It's been tough. Spring already has been quite tough. Getting through Mother's Day, and then we have Easter. Just the daffodils. Okay, so this has been challenging for the Divine Masculine this Easter, this spring already. Spring really came, I want to say, like with the quarantine. Although it feels so much like summer. I do feel that there's an awesome summer on the agenda. I want to kind of say I said that last year. But optimism and all that. Okay. Should we have a look at what's gone on in the past, Divine Masculine? That's the area you're looking at. If you have a look here, his eyes, they're looking towards the past energy. You're trying to hide stress because I've covered up your hands. So it's like you are trying to remain calm, cool and collected. Too much in your head. That's what the Divine Masculine has been. Too much in his head. Thinking things. It's like thinking it over and over and over again. Just keep going over the same stuff. That's perfect. That's the king that would line up with the Emperor. They have similar energies. Stubborn, stern, hurtful. especially with their words and their thoughts. Self-sabotage, mental conflict, mental torture going on here with the Divine Masculine. This is going to be too much. All right, let's have a look at you now. You're waiting for, I don't know. Like I said, it's going to be too much. This really does look like you're pondering over the past. You know that you're going to say goodbye. It's like you're waiting to tee off. I feel that's a golf club maybe you've got there. And with that pentacle, it's like, I'm going far away. Let's see how far away I can get. Why are you going far away? This masculine wants to go far, far away from where he has been. Let's have a look at your future energy then. And see if your wish is delivered. I'd say it is. But you have to do it. This is the Divine Masculine has to do that. He is being instructed when the time's right. The Hierophant's got your back. You are being... the reason why this is getting too much, especially as we're in a very religious time, is the pressure. For you to be authentic. What's assisting you behind the scenes? I was going to say what's assisting you behind the scenes that you don't know about. That you've been held here so that you can educate yourself. This is like the biggest lesson that you've ever had to attend. Lecture, maybe. The hardest lecture. So you have been held here by the divine for you to learn an important lesson. For you to find your balance. And to follow your path. That's all, the authentic path. I changed it to your path. Okay, so how are you viewing yourself at the moment? Yeah, you're wanting something substantial, sustainable. Listen to these words. I'm probably not even pronouncing them right. It sounds good, don't they? Long term. You want to settle down. The Divine Masculine wants to settle down. Oh, okay. Settle down now. Calm yourself. And the hair. Divine Masculine wants to settle down. How is this affecting others? Well, it looks like he may have just walked away from it all. Left the past in the past. He's on this clean path. I said about following his path. Feels like a bit of a loner here. Hopes or fears. That he's strong enough. That he's prayed enough to be protected. It's quite a fearful masculine here. He needs mental discipline. There's something here about the mental conflict is like driving him crazy. He's going out of his head. Maybe he hasn't had the go-ahead and that's what he's waiting for. He's waiting for a sign. Because it looks like the masculines are here, like ready, balanced in their feminine masculine. Or are they? Are they really? because that seems to be the challenge. And it seems that Divine's holding you here because you're in your own head too much, Divine Masculine. You keep going over things over and over and over again. It's like you can't come to any decision, which means you're not ready. You're not sure. So there's something holding you back. You're still not trusting in Divine, in the sign synchronizations. So you're being held here because you think maybe you're balanced. You're not. You're just fed up. You just want to escape. But that doesn't make you stable and responsible and dependable. If you're running away, it's like you can have somewhere to go to, but running away. Where are you running to? Okay, so you need to do some meditating. You need to connect and actually realise what it is that you do want, because you're looking too much at what you're running away from, not so much about what you're running towards. So you have the fear here that actually you just want to escape a situation. There's a song in the charts, isn't there? Just because you're lonely doesn't mean we go back to the start. Something like that. It's 11:22. It's like, don't go to someone just because you're lonely and you're running away from. Go to someone because you actually you're choosing to be with that person. Get it? I think you kind of get what I'm saying. Okay. We don't really want a big lecture today, do we, Lucy? No. I know. Okay, so let's look at the outcome. Okay, you're going to have to wait, Divine Masculine. You've got to wait. You've sent out your requests, your ships. Okay, so you have sent out your ships to go and do some research for you. You're going to have to wait for that sign. You need to get your priorities in order. It's like if your plans are, you're thinking of running to the Divine Feminine, it's like you can't really go to the Divine Feminine because you've got nowhere else to go. Okay, so you've got some sorting out to do with you here. There's a Divine Feminine here. Okay, she's okay. So the Divine Feminine is over here. She receiving birds. So the signs and synchronizations with nature are kind of crazy for the Divine Feminine. Okay, so you are sending signs to her. It does seem as if she has like a Supergirl vest on underneath there, and like she's kind of covered up as if to say, no, you need to deal with this one, Divine Masculine. Okay, you need to be sure. Because what happens when the next challenge comes up? Are you going to run away from the Divine Feminine? You have to get rid of this running away thought. Because I picked it up straight away. It was like, but I can't really remember what I said. So we're going to move on. Okay. Let's use the Everyday Tarot. Yes, let's do that. And then we'll pray that the Oracle brings this together. It's that Knight of Pentacles again. What did I say about him? What did he want? I don't know. Something like he wants to... It felt like he wanted to grow up. He wanted to be serious about life. So it's like he wanted long term. He wants something that's guaranteed to like never hurt him again. But on the energy that he's in, he's not stable himself, the Divine Masculine. So it's like he's seeking that stability, he needs to be that first. Otherwise, the Divine Feminine's going to pick up the instability in him. Okay, let's have a look at you, Mr. Emperor. Or in your head. And it's stressing you out now. Now we've got the Divine Feminine with the Three of Wands. Okay, so you're worried about timing, the manifestation. Okay, so you're not trusting Divine. So there's a panicky energy here about kind of sealing the deal with the Divine Feminine. Are you worried that she might move on? And that's the panic. If you're worried that she might move on, then you don't trust and believe that you're her Divine Masculine. The tables have massively turned. I mean, these are situations the Divine Feminine was going through a while back. So, okay. Well, let's have a look at the balance then, the Temperance. This is about balancing masculine, feminine energy within you, and then you can both come together. Reconciliation, walk up and claim the crown. So you are stressed out, Divine Masculine, regarding the Divine Feminine when her manifestation comes in. And maybe you're considering that yours, if yours isn't coming in, then that means that you're not the Divine Masculine and that you might have it wrong. So you're questioning everything at the moment. Okay. Let's have a look at you trying to regain this balance with Temperance. Okay. So it is a time that you want to give the offer, and you can give the offer once you're balanced and you're sure. Spring has been tough already. I feel as if you already feel it's over, spring. It's like, right, now Easter's done, spring's done with, can we move on? It depends on how much you want it. Okay, so you're in your head. King of Swords. What's coming through is he wants to cut it out. So the mental torture is way too much. So the Divine Masculine here is trying to find a way to relieve that mental torture. It's like, I just need to cut this out. Like, keep going over and over and over. The indecisiveness here in the Divine Masculine's head. It's just like thoughts, and they're getting him more angry. And he's getting more angry with himself and the Divine Feminine. Okay, we'll throw that one in, apparently. Because his thoughts are on her and what she's doing and what the manifestation is that's coming in for her. Okay. Yes, you need to make a decision. Divine Masculine. There's snakes and masks, and we've got the Divine Feminine, and we've got the crown and diamonds. And you've got like the victory reef, I want to say, and we've got dragons. That's decision time. Stop living in the illusion and pick a cup. That's what that means. You can see who's in the cup. It's like the Divine Feminine doesn't want to be the last resort. She can be the last resort if it stays like the last resort. Like the last place that you reside, stay. But the Divine Feminine is not a last resort. There's something here that you're trying to kind of skim over. So let's have a look at this Seven of Pentacles. I will be nice. I will be nice. I'm not being harsh, am I? I didn't think I was being harsh. Seven of Swords with the Seven of Pentacles. So you're definitely wanting to just sneak away. What is going on, Divine Masculine? I can see that you've had enough. Okay, so there isn't much to tweak. Or there isn't much to tweet. There isn't much to tweak. We've got the Hierophant here. You are just waiting for that clarification, that confirmation. So there will be, it's kind of like you'll say, okay, it's like you set the universe up and you go, one more sign. You give me one more sign and I know it's a dead cert and I'm going for it. No wavering, because you're wavering, Divine Masculine. We've got the Empress here. Well, that is the Divine Feminine's, this is the Mother Earth. This is the Divine Feminine in her Empress energy. Nurturing, loving, abundant. She's the nectar. You know that. You've been told. You've been told. You've been told. You have been told. But you're not believing. Believing comes first. Okay? And then you're going to find it so much more easier to trust your faith. So you are being held there behind the scenes that you are now aware of. There's something you need to have a look at. You still need to tweak. You're waiting for that enlightenment. When you've got it, you can come down. You come down then for union. You have to exchange the cups. It has to be a mutual acceptance, a mutual agreement, a mutual understanding here. Two of Cups. It's a divine connection. You can't fuck about with it. If you fuck about with this connection, do you know the kind of karma that will come back? Especially if you've cleared a lot, you can't fuck around with this connection. You won't come out well. Okay. So that's why you need to be ready. Long term. I feel here as if the fear is that you feel as if you're being moulded. So there's some resentment here about not having a choice, being pushed. It's 11:33. You're being pushed. Old school. To grow up to be a gentleman. Got a wasp hanging around the front now. And you've got the devil. So this is your own ego. Just kind of, you're cutting your own connection. Just out, I'm going to say out of spite. Because you don't like to be told what to do, who to be with. You don't really like not being in control. How this is affecting others. You're wounded. Your ego's been bruised. And you're alone. And you've pushed everyone away. But you are now on the authentic path. The clean slate. So you've done the best that you could possibly do to run away and destroy your relationships. That's a bit harsh. I won't say congratulations. It's like you've done what you set out to do. Was to destroy your own connection to source. And your supply of source was the divine feminine. Okay. And you cut it. Now, I believe you might be looking at repairing this. Only you can do that. You've got divine support here. You know, you're even being guided to do it. It's like, why are you being guided so much to do it and you're so fearful? When you're being guided to do it and being told that this is a true love connection, a very deep spiritual connection like no other, and you're still fearing rejection. It's quite an awesome gift that you've been offered. So it can't feel too great internally to refuse true love, a divine love. Let's carry on. Sorry. That's the kind of face you should have. That's the kind of smile you should have on your face. Really. How this is affecting others. No one can help you apart from spirit and yourself. Four of Cups, having a look now. Still got the arms folded. Very stubborn. Very stubborn. You really wouldn't be able to come to the Divine Feminine like that. She'd kick your ass. That's not part of the legacy, the contract. Not that there was a contract, we're talking in spiritual terms, destined. And now you're having a look at the cup. Well, what else can you do? Not your last resort, though. You're going to have to come up with something better than that. I had nowhere else to go. And you go to the one person that you know is contracted to unconditionally love you. It's like that doesn't mean that person won't kick your ass. So you can go back and learn some more lessons. You come back correct. So let's look at this Four of Wands, because you're praying. You really are praying that you've got this right. You know in your belly you have. And you know that divine, because the conflict is over like the top part of the body. So allowing the heart and the throat and obviously the head here. Okay, but the bottom part of you looks like there's movement. Divine's like in control, in charge of your movements. And you're folding your arms because you are in control of your heart, whether you allow your heart to open, your throat, whether you communicate, and then, well, we can go for the third eye, whether you see the signs, synchronizations that are very apparent. And you have the crown chakra, whether you actually are going to acknowledge this, like relieve your mental stress, your torture, just allow it to flow. Instead, you're keeping these thoughts contained and they're going round and round, driving you crazy. You know that you've polished up your act, but you're scared. That sort of resurrection is underneath your bed. And you're praying that you haven't got it wrong. What's the worst that can happen? You've got it wrong. That's not too bad, is it? Seeing as the Divine Feminine's been through that. Considering that she might have got it wrong. But here she still stands. In faith, in trust and in love. Let's have a look, Divine Masculine. The Hierophant again. You have been directed, you know. But they're in the shadow. It's like an unveiling. This is the moment when you get to find out whether your gut hunch is right. So it feels very much you're going to have to find out, Divine Masculine. Rather than coming up with some story in your mind, you might as well just speak your truth, your inner truth, and find out. It's time for, you've sent out, you've asked, you've had messages back, but you're looking just for one more. So let's do some oracle, but let's find out, we better clarify this. Okay, then, there's quite a few. All positive. Positive mental attitude. Look, you're going into this Beautiful new life. Reborn. Single, independent, all your wishes coming true. Unfold your arms. Look ahead. Look straight ahead. Look. What are you looking for? You're looking for that final sign, and it makes a 10 of cups, and you know, you're sure. You're sure. There it is. The penny drops. Is that what you were looking for? If that cup comes out, then I know it's a sign. But it came out. I said it and then it came out. Come on. That's a positive sign, isn't it? Unconditional love. The penny drops. That's what's being offered to you. It's like, give it a little poke. See what happens. I wanted to say, like, he's got a stick. Like, look under the surface. Look, there's that ship. You've been standing there, waiting for it to come in. That message. You can send that ship out. It's a, it's an opening. I want to say it's a suggestion. I don't know why I want to say that. It's like you're sending some kind of suggestion. So it's nothing too harsh. But it's a way that you can test the water. What else came out? The Divine Feminine's here. This is like this is about finding the balance. But the Divine Feminine, look, she's also looking out for signs. But it's like she's working as well. So she's staying balanced here with the feminines. So you can see at the moment it's feminines that are kind of in spiritual union. Okay, so the tribe, the soul tribe. So they're keeping their cool and their balance. Okay. Equal exchange, apparently. The Divine Feminine has something that she's here, that she's got for the Divine Masculine, that will balance things out. Because she's replaced that pentacle with the scales. So what is she helping the Divine Masculine out with? I don't know, there's something, because he's got a tee off. He's got one pentacle here. She's actually got her hand on this pentacle. 3 on his side, I want to say where the bird is. And she's got 6. 6. It's something about the Divine Feminine being very sharing and giving and loving. But you have to come correctly. It's not your last resort. That's what I have to keep saying. Don't make her your last resort. So it's about changing them words around. If she's not your last resort, then what is she? I feel like you're kind of saying she should have been my first choice. God, we're going like on a holiday. It's 11:44. First choice is like a holiday company. And a resort, you would escape to like a resort, wouldn't you? 10 of Swords. Divine Masculine, you are down. And you're being pinned there until you see the light of day. Okay. It's don't bite off the hand that could nourish you. Should we move on? How long have we been on this? 34 minutes. Let's see what your angels and ancestors want to say. Shall we? Yes. Let's have a look. I want to stay out of this. It's sensitive. I know. Trader. Exchange energy to create abundance. Well, you're exchanging something. Divine Feminine here is exchanging something with you. What are you exchanging, Divine Masculine? Let's read this, Trader. Make connections and exchange information, talents, or support. There you go. You want some ideas? Make connections and exchange information, talents, or support. You could try exchanging information about your spiritual journey to the Divine Feminine. You could ask her some questions. Okay. The trade, she might be able to enlighten you a bit, or whether you feel silly about asking your Divine Feminine. I don't see why you would, knowing that she's that way inclined anyway. It's like she's a perfect person to kind of exchange information with. Okay, so that could be a way in. The trader brings the lesson and energy of exchange. When he appears, he could represent an opportunity to exchange talents, whatever they may be, in order to expand, or be about the exchange of energies that come from the universe, or both. For example, if you are a creative person or consider yourself creative, when you share your talents, you are giving them, and when you do so, the universe will give you more in order for you to share more. It's all a beautiful cycle. The trader also reminds you to be open and honest and act with integrity in your exchanges, because doing something to get something will only lead to challenges. They said it perfectly, didn't they? Okay. Doing something to get something will only lead to challenges. That's like not the last result, guys. Okay. Extended message. The universe operates under the law of cause and effect and is always looking to return to a natural state of balance. At this time, you are being invited to share your time, your gifts, and your understanding with others. If you're frustrated because something isn't unfolding in your life, instead of asking yourself what you can get, ask yourself what you can give. The exchange of energy doesn't necessarily mean financial energy. It can also be about supporting in order to feel supported. I'll repeat that part. The exchange of energy doesn't necessarily mean financial energy. It can also be about supporting in order to feel supported. If you've been holding back with your offerings, now is the time to change that. This can prepare you to open up to even greater opportunities in the coming days, weeks, and months. Thank you, that was perfect. Look, he's made like a cushion. It's quite funky, isn't it? It's got some hidden talents there. Okay. Do you want to have a look at a Greek mythology card? Let's do it. We have the sunshine back out, please. Bring me sunshine. You need to believe and trust that when you ask, you shall receive. We've got Plutus, wealth. That's like a cornucopia, isn't it? Look at this. The horn here. Let's read about Plutus. Even lottery winners continue to buy tickets, proving that all of us would appreciate a little windfall now and again. The ancient gods would appeal to kindly Plutus, their god of wealth, who was always depicted with a large, overflowing cornucopia or horn of plenty. We are told that Zeus removed the sight of Plutus so that he would distribute his gifts blindly, without any regard for appearance, and those who came across him and flung open their doors would have great wealth bestowed upon them. Many of us unconsciously limit our wealth by having a poor mental image of how much we think we are worth, or we absorbed early teachings that frowned on wealth. In this way, we prevent the arrival of the universal flow of abundance at our door. It is now time to open your heart, because it is now time to open your heart to the infinite wealth of Plutus without fear or guilt. Be open to receiving money in any way it wants to find you, for it helps no one if you are poor. Oh, perfect. Okay, should we just get a roomie and get out of here? I think so. Let's do it. I would say it was nice, short and sweet, but it hasn't been, has it? No. Okay, but we're getting there. We are, most definitely. So let's see what Rumi wants to say. That card did want to be seen. Oh, I thought I don't look at it then. The Lion and the Deer. Okay, we read the Lion and the Deer. It kind of flipped. Well, it didn't. It stayed on my lap. Dropped out of the pack, stayed on my lap. It was at the bottom anyway. I'm rambling now. We'll do the Lion and the Deer. Oh, I feel like I've got hair on my nose, and it isn't. It's the reflection on the card. It made me feel as if I could see something on my nose. Okay, let's carry on. Are we going to get another one from here? Yes, we are. Passion of the Wild Red Mother. What do we read first? We're going to read Passion of the Wild Red Mother first, and we're just going to read the beginning part of this. And then we're going to read all of the Lion and the Deer. Card number 36. Passion of the... Oh, I can see his hair everywhere. Seriously. Passion of the Wild Red Mother. 36. Comes after the lover and the beloved. Don't ask the conscious ones about the wine. Behold the glowing effect of it in the eyes of drunks. Rumi. Bring me your unreasonableness, your insanity, your love without reason, and your passion. The passion that makes you crazy and shoos all logical restraints from your mind. Leave your ordered thoughts, sensible plans, and appropriate attire at my door. Put on your animal fur and sing to me in gibberish. When my beautiful goats die, I make drums from their skins, and their spirits live on in my passionate play. When my birds drop their feathers, I gather them and put them in my hair. Come, drum with me, as I place feathers in your hair, and we honour the spirits of my animals, of your animal nature too. Wild and free, as you are in truth. Stick your tongue out and growl at those who try to tame you with guilt, shame and fear. Do you think I give a damn for any of their silly games? Those games of reason and logic. Of course you should do it this way, they say. It makes sense, but I care not for what makes sense. I care for what brings you alive. Let's do this 22. Yeah, 11. The Lion and the Deer. Let's do this. Oh, I can hear the birdie. I can hear you. Would you like me to open my window up so we can really hear you? Okay. Sacred Phoenix Heart was before that. Let's end with the window open. 22. Oh, okay. Just focusing on this heart today, this heart space, and this piece of hair. Okay. When you enter the garden of the heart, you become fragrant like the rose. When you fly toward heaven, you become graceful like the angel. If you get burned like oil, you become brilliant. When you become thin like hair in yearning, your joy leads the way. You'll be the kingdom and the king. You'll be paradise and the guardian angel. You'll be infidelity and you'll be faith. You'll be the lion and you'll be the deer, rooming. Jasper's just got down for a drink. He's sleeping. Let's read this. I'm going to put down the card though. I'll hold it back up in a bit. Oh look, the colour's coming with his cushion. I'll just hold it up for a little bit then with him. Okay. You are the lion and the deer. You are bold, fierce and vibrant, and you are silent, sweet and gentle. If I should come to you in arrogance, you roar at me until my falsehood quakes in fear. So terrified, it gives up the game, and love's conquest happens yet again. If I should come to you in surrendered adoration, open to whatever you may wish, you are so gentle with me. Like a deer, you offer me nothing to fear or resist, so that I too become sweet and gentle, longing to submit to your tender ministrations. Wow. Okay, I said that, didn't I? If you come like with arrogance, okay, the divine feminine's like really fierce, but also she's very loving. I've got to read that again. So this is the masculine talking about the divine feminine. You are the lion and the deer. You are bold, fierce and vibrant, and you are silent, sweet and gentle. If I should come to you in arrogance, you roar at me until my falsehood quakes in fear. So terrified it gives up the game, and love's conquest happens yet again. If I should come to you in surrendered adoration, open to whatever you may wish, you are so gentle with me. Like a deer, you offer me nothing to fear or resist, so that I too become sweet and gentle, longing to submit to your tender ministrations. So then I do not fear my own errors, for even if I stumble into arrogance, I shall be made wiser by your magnificent roar and become humble. Even if I become weak, I shall draw secure, evoking the tenderness in you. Whatever is needed to keep me true to love, is what you give me. For you are the holy lion, proud and mighty, and the sweet deer, gentle as the mildest breezes of spring. So I've got to sort this hair out. Maybe I'll just shave it all off. Just shave it off. No. No, it'll be fine. Straighten it. Yes, I can do that. Hello. Hello. It's not all there. I know. The word says hello, and I just remember that I was kind of recording, just having a little chat about my hair to myself. And it says, hello, my old friend. Do you remember me? We are the oldest of friends, ancient soulmates we are, acquainted over many lifetimes past, and through many lessons learned together in the school of love. So here we are. Why does my lap feel wet? I feel like there's, I don't know, like wet, like a wet kiss up my arm. I don't know. Look, seriously, it feels wet here. Okay, can we actually just get on with this, please? It's midday. Let's do this. Hello, my old friend. Do you remember me? We are the oldest of friends, ancient soulmates we are, acquainted over many lifetimes past and through many lessons learned together in the school of love. So here we meet again in this advanced spiritual training of the human experience, with the earth as our classroom. The moment is upon us to leave behind what we have once known and to open up to the great mystery of life again. Our souls leapt from the divine oneness through the river of forgetfulness and now dive into a body and a life. What a journey that leap begins. Let us embark on this studious adventure together. Let us honour the tiger and the lamb within each other, the lion and the deer. I can witness in you both the raging warrior who fights with unbreakable honour, and the healer who brings together those things torn apart. Of course, for are we not all things? Are we not human and angel, animal and spirit? Are we not heaven and earth? Are we not divine? And in being divine, being all things are divine. So we are here together in the school of love, not for the soul who still adheres to preference instead of curiosity, not for the soul who craves comfort instead of devotion to divine adventure. We must be like lovers, you and I, if we are to take these lessons. We must be willing to become mad with passion, crazy enough to chase the great beloved, even if it means forgetting who we are for a time to have the sacred delight of rediscovery, breaking some rules and looking like fools. Well, what could be greater than becoming a fool for love? That will do for us. That will do well. Let us be fools for love together. So shall we become study mates? We recognise each other, even in all of our varied garbs, bright or sombre, wild or gentle. We become the most enthusiastic students in the school of love, urging each other on to even greater feats of passion and devotion. How we shall outdo each other in grand gestures and our unwavering commitment. This oracle brings you a special message. You are rediscovering a part of yourself that has been lost or submerged underneath more practical concerns. Of course, if practicality is about survival, then learning to be your true self is most essential and practical. All other paths lead to death of the soul. This makes sense as in why I said the path, and it wanted to say the authentic path earlier on. Of course, if practicality is about survival, then learning to be your true self is most essential and practical. All other paths lead to death of the soul. You are asked to bear the chaos of this rediscovery. It may be that talents from this or other lifetimes are reawakened and cause you some discomfort at first. Needlework? It's awesome. I love it. Okay, get back to this. Okay. The discomfort may be around how those talents are best expressed. No, we need to just go back. You are asked to bear the chaos of this rediscovery. It may be that talents from this or other lifetimes are reawakened and cause you some discomfort at first, even though they will ultimately bring joy and greater fulfillment. The discomfort may be around how those talents are best expressed, about overcoming shame, guilt, doubt, or other judgments. It may even be about who you are, if you now admit your talent or other emerging personality traits. Perhaps what is being unearthed in you now is darker, your sacred rage, refusal to accept disrespect in your life, your inability to tolerate lies and deceptions. Well then, you are the lion and the deer. This is nature. There is to be both in the world. You are not becoming contradictory or hypocritical. You are becoming whole. The guidance this oracle brings you is that you shall prosper most now if you are willing to unbecome what you have believed yourself to be. It was never really true anyway, that view. It was partial at best. It was partial at best and just a view, an identity, not a genuine reality. Some of your previous sense of self shall likely come with this transition into the fuller experience of your being, and some of that previous identity will be shed as far too limiting. It just won't feel true for you anymore, if it ever did. Any crisis or confusion that brings you, any crisis or confusion this brings you, and I've got like a pain in my head, okay, let's breathe, calm down, it's all good. Okay. Any crisis or confusion that brings you, shall be temporary fuel to ignite fires, divine fires within. They simmer into life, cooking you from within, bringing all of your flavours, spicy and sweet, bitter and sour, into perfect balance, so that your being, your presence, becomes an exquisite dish served up as a divine feast. You shall become nourishment for the world. I say about your divine feminine being your nourishment, your source of nourishment. You shall become nourishment for the world in perfect balance. Your being will hold all, for it holds all within it. It will deny nothing, and become a tonic to feed every taste, every appetite, every hunger, and every deficiency. What an extraordinary, sublime meal you shall be. Yummy, yum, yum. Okay. How your presence shall nourish the world. And it all begins with shedding the either or the all, and recognising instead the all. With such wild permission for unconditional love, you shall thrive in your beingness and feed the hungry world with a meal complete, satisfying and exquisite. I love it. Shall we do the sacred honour and ritual? I wasn't going to, but we shall. So say aloud, Rumi, who loves me unconditionally, bear witness to my declaration now. I honour the spiritual maturity within me that bestows upon my consciousness this sacred task. I have accepted the fundamental goodness of my being and can now cast aside all notions held of myself and inquire into my wholeness. What nestles alongside this goodness? All, of course. I am unafraid. I honour my heart, and it is big enough to hold all my nature within its graceful light. I witness my darkness with compassion, and I become able to dance with all of my being, light and dark, in graceful acknowledgement of my divine wholeness. The gentle acceptance of all of me now brings me peace. This acceptance allows the divine to live fully through me as a vessel for the great mysterious plan unfolding upon the earth. With reverence, grace and surrender, so be it. Sit quietly for a few moments and gaze at the image upon the card. Notice the colours, the interplay of light and dark that create the one beautiful image, and this represents you. All light and all dark would have no art at all remaining, only extremes. It is in the interplay of light and dark that enables the living art in progress, your soul, to come most fully to life. When you are ready, simply say thank you. You have completed your ritual. And I have completed this reading. Okay, guys, have yourself a fantastic day. And I will catch up with you soon. Okay, take care. Much love. Bye for now.